education and taxes were the focus of Ohio Governor John Kasich's State of the State speech.
Yeah, he has some big plans for the final year of his first term in office, and they center on doing more of what he's already been doing. Governor Kasich says cutting the small business tax has already created 170,000 jobs. That's 155 new jobs each day for 3 years. But he also admitted $12 billion has left the state for others with lower income taxes.
We've got to keep cutting taxes. We have to keep doing it. That's why I'm proposing another round of tax cuts that will finally succeed in getting Ohio's tax rate below 5%.
Kasich spent most of his time talking about education, with plans to also help veterans and dropouts. He even proposed taking $10 million of casino money to launch Community Connectors, a team effort to help schools be more successful.
This is working in many places around Ohio, but we don't see enough of it.
He talked about putting job info on phones to get kids excited about studying for career opportunities and learn what it takes to get a job. He also wants to fund the state's colleges and universities on student success and not enrollment anymore.
The colleges and universities will be working to make sure that when you enter that building, when you enroll in that school, you will have somebody that will guide you through the process and guarantee you, or do their best to guarantee you, that they will get a degree.
Kasich believes education is vital to Ohioans having jobs and for the state to have a successful future. He believes he's already helped breathe new life into the state.
The state of the state is stronger, more hopeful, more optimistic, more excited, and more confident here in the state of Ohio.
Now, 3 women that survived captivity in a Cleveland house for over a decade were honored near the end of the governor's speech. He gave the women a group hug on stage before they received the medals for the governor's annual Courage Awards. Now, Kasich called the women's story one of hurt beyond imagination. The audience stood and cheered for more than 2 minutes. That was the longest ovation of the night. Their captor, Ariel Castro, hanged himself in prison at the beginning of a life sentence plus 1,000 years.
So what do our Valley representatives in Columbus think of the governor's speech? 27 First News reporter Dan Martin joins us live now from Medina with local reaction. Dan?
Well, Erica, toward the end of Governor Kasich's 64-minute speech, he was talking about how it's his duty as governor to serve everyone, all people in the state of Ohio, in all corners of this state. When I talked with a lot of our local state representatives and senators, however, they feel some of the governor's policies, specifically when he talks about tax cuts over the last couple years and now increasing those tax cuts again, they're not really serving everyone in the Buckeye State, especially in the Mahoning Valley. They feel lower and middle class families are falling behind.
He keeps talking about the tax break and putting more money in people's pockets, but average earners, they're not receiving a lot of money back. High earners are. So it's not changing anybody's lifestyle to give them $25 extra back when they file their tax this year. And if you're making, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, you might save $50.
For upper income people that get the tax break on one end and a tax increase in sales tax don't feel it nearly as much.
I didn't hear one single word about local government funding. We've cut 50%. We have the Mahoning County Commissioners going to the ballot right now. We have tuition increases at YSU, and we have school levies across the valley. And that governor stood here tonight and had not one single word to say about that.
This whole speech was political. This whole speech was about the next election. This whole speech is about re-electing him. Quite frankly, he's failed the state of Ohio, hasn't delivered the jobs, hasn't delivered education like he should be, and I don't think he really deserves another term.
Another concern for our state representatives and senators is throughout the governor's entire speech, we never heard the words oil, gas, drilling, fracking, shale. None of that was mentioned at all when he talked about job creation and moving the state economy forward. And that's a concern for folks who represent the Mahoning Valley, especially as the severance tax is still pending in the state legislature. They would have liked to hear the governor talk more about how he's going to protect eastern Ohio as this shale industry boom continues to come through and make the most out of that. So now it remains to be seen the rest of this year if these lawmakers lawmakers can reach across the aisle and work with Governor Kasich to accomplish some of the goals that he set forth in tonight's State of the State address. Reporting live in Medina, I'm Dan Martin, WKBN 27 First News.